Good morning to all. Uh, Welcome all for the LPC-48 academic episodes. First of all, I will like to wish you a very happy Holi. Happy Holi from mine to yours. Hope you all have a colorful day and a colorful life with all your kind of the right twist in color. Here, I will like to share my screen. Welcome on India's largest online discussion platform, that is the Live Pharma Coalition, LPC. LPC brought to you week-wise different sessions. LPC first week, it's dedicatedly for the LPC leadership team. Second week is for the LPC Global. Third week is for the LPC Young. And fourth week is for the LPC Academic. And if fifth week comes, that will be for the LPC Women's. So this will be all the speakers onto the respective area. They come on the weekly basis to share their own experience. Also the speakers from the various department, largely from the sales and marketing. Followed by that will be a learning and development team as well as the academic. And not only these three large areas or the large three departments, but also there will be some speaker. They come from the quality control, quality assurance, research and development, finance, and HR too. So this will be, you will have a great platform to be have the learning and sharing for the speakers as well as for the audience from the college as well as from the all the pharma fields across all the globe. They will have a learning platform for them. Now coming to the LPC-48, I will welcome from the both the channels those who will be watching us from the LPC Facebook page as well as from the LPC YouTube channels. Those who is watching them, welcome to all the live viewers as well as these people which after the sessions. So to them also this will be the nice learning that you will have for the LPC-48. Now, this is a disclaimer for the LPC. LPC Online Discussions is a non-profit initiative having no commercial intent. Viewer express their speakers and the panelist moderators are the individual opinion based on the experience and having the no concerns with their organization or the LPC. Now, thanks to the LPC 47's YouTube and Facebook interactive viewers from both the channel. Now coming to the LPC-48. So here, LPC-48 is the Live Pharma Coalition's 48 academic sessions. In these academic sessions, that the pharma professions, pharma education, that is the broad heading of the LPC-48. Under that, we will have different the topics which will be like covered by the three renowned speaker. So first speakers is Dr. Dinesh Biani sir. He will be currently the professor at the Kishori Tai Boyer College. Right. Second speaker is H.J. Sudke sir, and third speaker that today we will have it Dr. Prashant Pingde. Before going on to our all the three speakers, I will like to introduce our all three today's three the panelists. Unfortunately, third panelist he couldn't able to join, but the first the panelist is Dr. Atish Mudada. He is associate professor currently. Second panelist we have today Dr. Shashikant Bagade. He is also the associate professor. And the third the panelist to whom we are missing, that is the Pramod Gurukle. He is associate professor. And all our executive committee members as well as I'm going to do the moderation of these sessions. Now before going on to the first sessions, I will just like to hand over it to all three speakers one by one. First, we will start with the Vianney sir. You will just give the overview in 1 minute on the first talk. Over to you, sir. Dinesh.
Yeah. Thank you, Raman sir. So my topic is self-awareness, and there is so much notions about this self. So what I will be putting on is a prism, and from different perspectives, that is psychological, philosophical, scientific, and spiritual. So what actually is self and what is awareness and how to increase the self-awareness. So my discussion would be over that. Thank you. Over to Raman sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So now, Suresh sir.
So in my today's presentation, I am going to present about what are the new innovations we are just conducting during our implementation of the new Pharmacy Council of India syllabus. Okay, and that was one India type of syllabus, and it was just correlating with the international standards and how we are going to implement it very effectively so that our students, they are going to be benefit in the coming future. So that's all about my presentation, and over to you, Raman sir.
Yeah. Third speaker, our Dr. Prashant Pinga.
Thank you, Raman sir. Good morning, all of you. I'm going to talk on bioenhancers. In fact, it's a very old concept from our grandpas and great grandpas. We are supposed to use bioenhancers like carom curvy, then piper nigrum, or that is black pepper, and all these things, ossimum santum. I'm going to highlight what are the recent trends in bioenhancers in current drug delivery system. Along with the most important bioenhancers, cow urine, I am going to highlight on this particular aspect. Thank you very much. Over to you, Raman sir, please.
Yeah. So we'll go on to the our panelists now. So I will request Dr. Atish Mudada. Currently, he is associate professor at SNGBS SSDG College of Pharmacy, as well as Dr. Shashikant Bagade. He is also the associate professor at SVEMS NMIMS College. Over to you, both the panelists.
Okay. Good morning, all. Good morning. For this 48th chance of live pharma coalition, I welcome you all. I welcome all the speakers and the attendees and the participants of this program. And we have a very good discussion, and we have the eminent speakers from various sectors of academics. And hope so this will be a very good feast for the audience to discuss with them. This is Dr. Shashikant Bagade. I'm working as associate professor at SVKM's NMIMS, School of Pharmacy and Technology Management, Shirpur campus. So over to you, Dr. Atish.
Yeah, Atish, you need to unmute yourself.
A very good morning and warm welcome to all our viewers from Facebook as well as YouTube. On behalf of LPC team, I wish everyone a very happy Holi. Hope your life will be filled with different colors and you will have a lot of fun and enjoyment throughout your life. We are really pleased and happy to have three stalwarts today who are going to deliver the talk on different topics, and hope it will be very much like a feast on the occasion of Holi for all of you. We have first speaker, Dr. Dinesham Biyani, with us, and I'm really pleased and happy to introduce him. Dr. Bihani is one of my teachers during my post-graduation days. He has done his M.Pharm PhD. He has done his M.Pharm from Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Nagpur, and on his PhD from BITS, Mesra, Ranchi. Dr. Biyani is a life skill coach and a thorough gentleman. He has done certificate course in various fields like performance management and competency mapping, introduction to philosophy, and learning how to learn. Even though he is from the field of pharmacy, he had a keen interest into learning different languages, and he has done masters in arts in linguistics. He has done diploma in training and development. He has done DIRPM, HRD and labor legislation, and he is taking care of training and placement in his college. Presently, he is working as a professor at Kishori Tai Bhoyer College of Pharmacy, Kamti. He has total academic experience of more than 20 years. He has various publications to his credit in national as well as international journals. He has presented his research findings in various conferences, and he is a life member of various peer and reputed organizations and societies and professional bodies. A very different skill and different interest he is having. He is a very good dholak player, and he keep reciting Akhanda Ramcharit Manas since 1993. So he is very devoted and dedicated spiritual fellow. At the same time, he is very good life coach and life skill trainer. Let me tell you, when we talk about others, we forget to talk about ourselves, and self-awareness is somewhere lacking. As it is being said, have you ever tried calling on your own number? You will always find it busy. Why it happens so? Because we are always busy talking about others and hardly pay attention to ourselves. And today, Dr. Biani is going to give us insight in self-awareness, how important it is to know about ourselves, our potential, our strength, and our weaknesses, so that we can come out with a beautiful colors or flying colors in whatever we do. So, warm welcome to Dr. Dinesh Biani. Over to you, sir. Dr. Dinesh, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Munadha sir, for like an overwhelming introduction, I would say. And it would be a challenge for me now to go with your words. So let's discover about this self and awareness and how to increase the self-awareness. We so much talk about like when we are asked to introduce ourselves. Most of the people say that myself Dinesh Biani, but the distinction is that my name is Dinesh Biani. Myself is not Dinesh Biani. So for next 25 minutes, we will churn out what is this self is. Now this talk would be a blend of science and philosophy. And mind you people, let me tell you that these two are not a different fields. Like philosophy without experimentation actually is a science. So when philosophy is backed up with the experimentation, it becomes science. Because I think we all know that the people like Pythagoras, they originally were the philosophers. And then the experimentation was done on their theories, it becomes science. So these are two things. So we will talk on the hybrid of science and philosophy. Now let me clear some caveats here that what I'm going to talk about are my views, and you people reserve your judgment. And there would be some time in the talk that you will be in confrontation whether this is science or philosophy. Now science, it depends on the logic. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. But philosophy, or when we talk about this self, it is not logic. Like you cannot prove self. It is magic. While science goes through the parts, it cuts things into parts and then study that element, the molecule, the atom, the electron, proton, and neutrons. But philosophy sees the thing as a whole. It takes the picture from the top of the thing so that everything which is correlated can be seen. So, Atish sir, I will tell you that whenever you need ki time ho raha hai, you can stop me. Okay. So now self-awareness. What is self-awareness? So according to Duval, self-awareness theory is based on the idea that you are not your thoughts. Now many of you who are listening this talk, they might have some thoughts churning on in their mind. And basically, they are not listening to what has been said. They are interpreting the things what I am saying into their mind. And what they are listening is their own thoughts. Whether Biani sir is talking right way or wrong way. So, let me request you all, just put off that filter of your interpretations, your perceptions, and be right here. And you know, when I said that you are not listening to me, actually you started listening to me. This is the beauty of self-awareness. So there is no self. Actually, that there always is a self which has to be uncovered. So when I'm saying you are not your thought, you become present in the life. So the entity observing your thoughts is the self. And now who is observing your thoughts? We will see in next 15 to 20 minutes. You are the thinker, separate and apart from your thoughts. And let me clear, thinking is different from thoughts. Generally, thoughts we don't have control over, but thinking is deliberate. So when we are thinking, when we are about to do some research and we are thinking, there we are like observer, and that is deliberate. But thoughts are 24 hours going on, even in the dreams. So this is the self-awareness theories. Very simple. We are not our thoughts. The entity observing our thoughts are we. So we are the thinkers. Then what is self? There is so much of myself, yourself, themselves, ourselves. What is this self? You see, one of the aspects people think when I ask, for example, to Bagade sir, where are you? So Bagade sir can answer, sir, I am at my home. But let me clear, Bagade sir's body is at home. He is actually with me in the talk. My words are going into his ears. So he is not at home. He is with me. So self is different from the body, but we talk as if we are so absent in life. It's not about you. Even I am also. We are so absent in our life. So whenever somebody asks, where are you? I'm at home. I'm at college. So let me clear, body is different from self. And these are the distinctions, very easy distinctions. The need of the body is temporary. The need of the body is the form of physical facility. Roti, kapda or makan. It is quantitative, tangible. Like you can weigh how much food you require. You can measure how much clothes you require. Whereas the need of the self is not quantifiable. It is qualitative. Its feelings and body needs are temporary, but the self needs are continuous. Everybody wants to be happy every time. Respectful. Everybody wants to be respected every time. And the need of the body is fulfilled by the physico-chemical things. We pharmacist people, we know very well physico-chemical things. The food is made up of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, etc., etc. And the clothes are made up of the, like we can say, polymers. Whereas the need of the self is fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. The activity of the body is like eating, walking, throwing. The activity of the self is desire, thoughts, and expectation. And this DTE, desire, thoughts, and expectation, can be termed as one term as imagination. We are always in imagination. The self. Activity of the self is continuous. The activity of the body is temporary. You cannot walk all the time, forever. And the response of the body is like recognizing and fulfilling. We recognize that we are hungry, and then we fulfill our hunger by having food. Whereas two things important which are not present in the body, which is present in the self, is knowing and assuming. That is the activity going on in the self. So knowing, assuming, recognizing, and fulfilling. So ultimately, in nutshell, we can say that the body is materialistic and the self is consciousness. You see, in October 2018, my father left his body. Now, what I'm saying that my father left his body, most of the people, what generally they do say is, there's a sad demise of my father, or my father expired. But even that time and even this time, and what I'm saying is my father left his body. So he is there. Consciousness will always be there. Material will come and go. So body is material, self is conscious. So this is the one level where we can distinguish between self. What is self? And who is me? When I say I, or when I say me, who is this me? Next, go to the next level. Now there might be again a question if I ask Bagade sir or Surke sir or anybody, like, who are you? Some people say that I am professor at Srimati Kishoritai Bhoyer College of Pharmacy. Somebody says I am associate professor. Even some people say I am father of 2 sons. Some people say I am a husband of a loving wife. So these are all actually identities. But as I said about I am at home, actually body is the head at the home. Similarly, the professor, the father, the brother, these are not again self. These are our identities. And we get to know that I am professor when I am into that profession, when I am at college, when I am in the context of something related to my work. But if I am in front of my son, I am father, a loving father. Now this loving adjective is very important, because father again is an identity. This loving, we don't know what loving is. There are different notions for this loving. So the second level, the identity even, is not the self. And you and me all know how much there is the conflict of identities. Most of us can just experience, can go into the past and look in our life. There was something wrong with us in the college, and we come home and then we irritate, because the professor in us did not leave at the door of our home, and the professor is coming in the home. What is needed at the home is the father, the brother, the husband. So identity is not self. And you know, we people play with the identities. We have too much of identities, like perceived self. What I perceive myself to be, what I want to be, aspirational self. Now, perception of the other's perception, like how my boss should perceive me. We play this game so intriguingly. There's so much complexity in our life. Like when we are dealing with our wife, when we are dealing with our husband, we are dealing with our boss, dealing with the students, always we come from like how others are perceiving me. So much of complexity in life. And then want to be perceived as, how I want to be perceived as. So these are the conflict in the identities. Now, this was the second thing, identity. First was body, second is identity, third is ego. Now, according to this Carl Jung, a very famous psychologist, according to him, ego is a persona. That is a mask created and demonstrated every day in the social interactions. So that is a mask, that is a persona we wear in front of others. On the other hand, the self, according to Carl Jung, is our true center. It is our true center, our awareness of ourselves without outside interference. So this is very important. Now the fourth level, self versus mind. Many people can think whether mind is the self. So let me clear you. Mind is a realm of thoughts and memories. Whatever comes in the mind is never a new thing. Even if I think, if it comes into my mind that I want a unicorn means a horse that can fly. But you see, this is again a memory. Something is there which I know, which flies. And the horse also I know. What I did, I just combined the two things, that I want to have a flying horse. So mind is a very tricky thing. It is a realm of thoughts and memories. It's not self. And mind only exists in the realm of time. That is the past, the present, and the future. If there's no time, there is no mind. Everybody just consider or just look at some time in your past when you just forgot yourself. Either when looking at your flower, or looking at your mother or father or wife or husband. You just look at them and then you forgot who you are. That time, actually, time did not exist for you. If time exists, then the mind exists. And if the time and mind are exist, then there is no self. So mind is existing in the realm of time. And we, as the students of science, we know that most of the time when we are having the variables, we take time as the independent variable on the x-axis. But Einstein has also said that time is relative. When you are in a crowded bus in the month of May in Nagpur, the 1 hour will pass like 10 hours. And when you are in the same bus with maybe, sorry to say, beautiful people, beautiful ladies, the 1 hour went in 10 minutes. So time is relative. Now, what is self-expression? Like, we can go to self by going through the self-expression. This self-expression, many people have a notion that self-expression means अंदर से कुछ तो भी आ रहा है ना? When somebody sings or somebody dances, generally what do we say? यार ये अंदर से गा रहा है. What अंदर से गा रहा है? So people think that there is something inside of us which is self. But if we cut our body, there are organs, and who better know than us, because we have gone through human anatomy and physiology, that inside our body there is no such thing as self. But how do we say, how we do talk in the crowd? अंदर से गा रहा है वो, उसका आवाज बहुत अंदर से आ रहा है, वो जब डांस कर रहा है तो यार वो सेल्फ एक्सप्रेस था. So the different phases of self expression are this: intellectual, sexual, spiritual, creative. But that is not the self. Now, it is also a question that how authentic are you being in your expressions? Many a times when we are dancing, we are conscious whether our steps are going in a right way or not. So the secret of dancing is that it is everything except dancing. So if you know about dancing and you are dancing, then you are not dancing, because you are conscious how your steps are going. And a very famous neurologist in US, V.S. Ramchandran, He has clarified that a self is not a monolithic entity, as we say, अंदर से आने वाला है, अंदर से आने वाला है. So according to him, all the selves, they are connected. And as Albert Einstein has said, a person starts to live when he can live outside himself. So when I'm talking with you, I'm looking at you. Actually, you can see on the screen, I'm looking at you. So how I'm looking at you? Because I know I'm looking into the camera. That means I'm looking at you. So without self-expression, life lacks the spontaneous joy. And without service to others, it lacks meaning and purpose. So self can be discovered, self can be felt, but it cannot be like proved like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Just it can be discovered, it can be felt. And awareness nowadays has become a buzzword in the meditation. So is it being mentally alert or well informed? What is awareness? And is awareness and consciousness are same or they are different? So for me, awareness is simply paying attention to what is happening right here and right now. So if I am conscious how I am going to deliver this lecture, I am not aware. But if I'm just throwing the words, delivering the lecture, I am aware. So just looking at your thoughts without any judgment, without any right or wrong, without true or false, without going into duality is self-awareness. And paradoxically, this self-awareness, it is a trait, it is a quality that not only makes us human, but also makes us want to be more than merely human. Only humans are there who wants to contribute in others, and that is self-awareness. And how to develop this self-awareness? The reflection, the integrity, the unique abilities, leveraging ourselves for others, learning. I'm not saying educating, I'm saying learning. These are two different things. Like sometimes getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. Like people in your life, your boss, your wife, your students, your teachers, your husband, they are getting irritated with you. They are getting angry with you. So when you are comfortable with them, they being angry, they being irritated, and then you are not reacting, that is self-awareness. It's about outward mindset and the connection with the inward. So thank you very much. I have taken around like 24 minutes. Over to Atish sir or Raman sir.
Thank you. Atish, you can go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you can stop sharing screen, sir.
Okay.
You have given different tips to understand self. And as it is being rightly said, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग, and that actually keeps us haunting every time, that keeps us putting challenges in front of us, how to separate our identity from ourself. मैं यू हूँ, मैं त्यू हूँ, और इन सब चीजों का बोझ जब मैं सर पे लेके घूमता हूँ तो मैं अपने आप से बहुत दूर अपने आप को पाता हूँ. एंड दैट एक्चुअली क्रिएट्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, जो हमारे रिसर्च में वर्ड आता है, तो वैसा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हमारे माइंड में शुरू हो जाता है कि मैं कौन हूँ. एज यू राइटली सेड, one should understand how to distinguish between your professional life, your personal life, your spiritual life, your emotional life, and what you want yourself. As I said yesterday only, I spoke to my students related to how to prioritize things in your life. And most of the time this happens that we are worrying and really concerned about the wealth and money. And in accumulating that, somewhere we forget our health, our family, and our friends. And once upon a time, this happens that we reach to one pinnacle where we are really wealthy, but do not find anyone with whom we can celebrate our achievements. So this should not happen. And for that, your journey should start from yourself, from within. And you have really what I can say is discovered that thing, that how you can understand yourself first. You must know how to distinguish between your identity and yourself. And various terminologies you have used, various tips you have given, that will surely help us in growing as a thorough gentleman. सबसे पहले, as it is being said, हम उठने के बाद सबसे पहले किसको निहारते हैं? तो अपने आप को. तो अगर हम अपने आप से खुश है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली विल बी हैप्पी विथ अदर्स, और हम कभी दुनिया के बारे में नहीं सोचते रहेंगे. And that is really important. It was $1 million message which is being delivered by you. There are few questions. Question is related to, can you tell us, there is one viewer from YouTube who has given this question for you, sir. Can you tell us or give us the tricks or some kind of techniques where we can understand how to discriminate between identity and self? Because it is being rightly said by you कि मैंने प्रोफेसर कॉलेज में रख के आना है, घर में एंट्री करते वक्त एक तो मैंने एज अ फादर एंट्री करना चाहिए या फिर एज अ हस्बैंड एंट्री करना चाहिए, which is really difficult. To be very honest, it is really difficult for me. Most of the times my wife keeps saying कि आप घर में भी प्रोफेसर के जैसे बिहेव करते हो. You want discipline, you are very strict and this and that, but sometimes you need to be a loving father as well. So can you give some tips related to it, sir?
Yeah, so it's very easy. Actually, it is an experiential thing. And as you said, this is a discovery and it never ends. So a very simple process is, who is in front of you and what they are needed and wanted. So for example, when I am at home, in front of me, my wife is there. What is she needing or wanting? If that is present for me, then I would not be in my identity. If my boss is in front of me, what he wants or what he needs, if I am present to that need, then my identity would not come in between. So the discovery of self is actually when we are serving, just we are serving to others, whether a student or my son or wife, just serving them what they needed and wanted and providing them. So simple. It looks very simple, by the way, but very difficult because identity बार बार बीच में आती है कि मैं कैसे करूं.
Going into the servant attitude requires guts.
Yes. और वो जो dissolve होता है, when that dissolves ना, it can color everything. Because my boss needs me, my wife needs me, my sons need me, everyone needs me. You become indispensable actually.
Right. Everyone become indispensable. Let me check. Is there any question? By the way, let me tell you, let me tell my viewers and audiences on YouTube and Facebook, Dr. Biyani sir is PhD in pharmacy, but speaks like a spiritual guru. And I have heard him singing Ramcharitmanas on Dholak. So he is altogether on different planet when he is reciting that Ramcharitmanas. Good. Can you share few experiences about yours when you are reciting Ramcharitmanas, and how do you feel that time?
Yeah. So not about only Ramcharitmanas. While reciting Ramcharitmanas or while driving my Yamaha 135 or my car, it's always like when I'm reciting Ramcharitmanas, I am not there. Ramcharitmanas is there and Dholak is there. When driving my bike, I am not there. My bike is there. So whenever like I dissolve my entity, I am with the other person. So there is Ramchrit Manas, nothing else. So actually, I mean to say, there is no sense of I. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Over to Dr. Shashikant Bagade. Is there any question on Facebook from the audiences?
As such, no possible questions are there. What I observed is, so, but I must say here about Dr. Dinesh sir, that through this discussion, I realize at the some point that self, that is yourself, myself, and your somebody else self, that is not important, but myself is important, despite of the ego. Okay, and he also discussed how the conflicts with ego and identity is there in our mind, and he has given the very relevant example to reveal that. That was very informative. So that is mind-blowing discussion.
Thank you. Thank
Over
you.
to you.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Actually, I really like to contribute in life. Like this contribution has rippling effect. You know, just take an example of a traffic jam. Like no one four-wheeler is coming through here, one four-wheeler is coming through here. He wants to go first. He wants to go first. It is a traffic jam. But some people at Pantela comes and they just do something and the traffic is ease. We don't know how they come. But that is what actually the contribution is. We should contribute, but not as I. Just contribute. Yeah. Thank you. So thank you, LPC, for giving this chance to contribute. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to listen to you after a decade's time. And it was really a treasure which you opened in front of all of us to understand self and to keep knowing yourself every now and then, to know your potential, to know your strength, and to know your weaknesses.
And mind you, it is a topless mountain.
Yes,
recovery will be going on and on till death.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. And
thank you, sir,
to have you on LPC platform. Now we have another speaker with us, Dr. Sudke. Dr. Suresh Sudke is there with us.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Dr. Sudke has done.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Welcome, sir, on LPC platform. We are really happy to have Dr. Sudke, who is M.Com PhD. He has done his PhD from Pakati University, Warangal. Presently, he is working as head of the Department of Pharmaceutics at Saraswati Pharmacy. He is having more than 20 years of experience in his area of interest are formulation and development of NDDS, biopharmaceutics, and pharmacokinetics. He has 2 patents to his credit, and he has published national and international papers in the journals of repute. He has also presented his findings in various conferences, and he won the national level presentations 4 times. He has 4 books to his credits, 2 books as an author and 2 books. So we have another stalwart from academics to deliver his talk, and he is going to talk on what is the PCI syllabus which has been framed and being used while framing, so that we can ensure that the student fraternity will be benefited at large. Welcome, Dr. Sudke, sir. Over to you, sir.
So thank you very much, sir, for your nice introduction. So today I am going to focus over a new PCI syllabus. It is an QBD approach in pharmacy education and how it is act as a QBD approach. So I am going to focus it on that particular syllabus. So this new syllabus, it was introduced for BPharm as well as MPharm course in 2014, and then it was implemented in 2016. So as such, this syllabus is choice-based credit system-based type of a syllabus. But initially, many universities, they have hesitated it to adopt this syllabus. But when it is observed that if we effectively implement this syllabus, it was found to be very, very useful for our students. And so this program objective of this new syllabus is to inculcate the knowledge, skill, then a team, then communication skills, then ethical values, entrepreneurship skills, then lifelong learning, and appraisal application, how it is implemented at the work cultures. So these all characteristics, they will be implemented in our students so that the employment of our student, it will be very, very easy in the future. So when we look at the traditional syllabus and new syllabus, so here I am going to compare the old syllabus with the new syllabus. And when we see that in the old syllabus, there were only lectures and practicals, but there are only few universities that introduce a project work in their final semester of the 4 years in the BPharm. But this new syllabus, it is having one more thing, and that is making a much difference. That is the tutorials. So how that is going to be helpful for improvement of our student, that we are going to discuss in today's presentation. Then old syllabus was bookish. So we are getting just book information, what was there in the book only. But now the new syllabus is the real-time problem solving approach. It was implemented. Now, after this, in the new syllabus, the discussion.
Make it your presentation full screen mode, sir.
Yes.
Your presentation, just make it on full screen mode.
Yes, I have made it.
And if it is not possible, if it is not visible, then you go with the edited mode.
Or maybe the slideshow mode.
Is it possible,
yes,
sir?
If the slideshow mode is not possible, you go with the edited mode.
1 minute, sir.
Because full screen mode is not visible, Sudke sir.
Okay, okay, sir. No problem.
So you go to the edited mode and then share the screen.
Now, sir, is it possible?
No, you just click on the side and then you make it the full screen or slideshow mode.
Yes, we have.
Or even it will be possible if you close the presentation and again open it and then go to the edited mode.
Okay.
It was there during your first slide of your BioBrief presentation.
Now, is it visible?
Now start sharing the screen.
Yes, yes.
Yes, you keep this mode as such.
Okay.
If you go to the presentation mode, it is again not visible.
Okay, okay, sir.
That is a problem with the updation of this computer. In most of the cases, this happens. Okay, let it be.
Okay, okay. So in the in the old syllabus, we see that there is only this passive learning. Okay, just teacher is going to teach and teach. Okay, but he is not taking any feedback from the student whether they are understanding or not. But when we go to the new syllabus, it is active learning type of a mechanism. It was observed. Okay, so no continuous assessment for the theory. It was observed in the traditional syllabus, but in the new syllabus, continuous assessment for the theory as well as practical is there. So old syllabus is just a teacher centric and content centric. Means teacher has to just complete the syllabus within the prescribed period of time. So how much the student they have retained. Okay, there will be no feedback from the student to the teachers. Okay, whether they are understand or not. But this new syllabus is a student centric, and how it is student centric, I am going to discuss in the next slides. Then here, this new syllabus is facilitating our student. So it will provide the facility for our student, and how it is useful, that we'll see in the next few slides. So traditional syllabus, we are using just overhead projector and chalkboard system, and only we are using that 2 or 3 different media for teaching. But now this innovative ICT tool enabled new syllabus is there. So there are chance for we people to use the different ICT tools. And old syllabus as such, we know that when we complete our B Farm or B Farm, so we firstly go for marketing and then production, then teaching. So which suits, after that we will select our career. But that is not the thing in the new syllabus. In the 3rd year, when our student goes into the 3rd year only, they can decide where they has to go. Okay, so this facility it is made in the new syllabus. So, 1 minute. Now this is the big difference between the traditional and new syllabus. So when you see at the old syllabus, the difference between the 2 steps, it is very, very big. Okay, but in the new syllabus, the steps are very, very closer to each other. That's are called as a baby steps. And that's why that facilitates our students. Now, I'll take the representative syllabus of one class. So here in the syllabus, we can see that as per the traditional syllabus, 3 classes they are conducted every week for every class. But along with that, there is the addition of this tutorial. And this tutorial, how it makes the difference, okay, we will discuss. So along with that, the second difference they have made, that is the practice school concept. Okay, this practice school concept is also making so much difference in the early selection of the career. Okay, so here we know that why the student and teacher interactions they are going to be increased. So here attendance based marks they are given in the continuous assessments. So more is the attendance, the more will be the mark they are given to our students. Okay, so second thing in the tutorials, okay, we know that every week we are going to conduct the tutorials. In the tutorials, we are going to conduct the various activities like a quiz, assignments, then open book test, field works, group discussions, and the seminar. So any 3 activities we can minimum conduct, okay, during particular period of 6 months for every semester. And depending upon that particular activity, we are assigning the marks. So that's why as every student is approaching the student every week, okay, in every class, that's why there is an increase in the student and the teacher interactions, and that will be very, very fruitful for our student. So in the old days, we know that 75% is essential for attending the examination. Okay, but nowadays it was found that a minimum 80% attendance, it is minimum. Okay, so maximum is 100% also. So depending upon that, the benefit is given to our students. So when we see how this syllabus is a QBD approach, we know that when we go to the product, quality product, okay, so we need a quality raw material. Okay, but our students, they fall from the diverse categories. They come from the different environments, okay, from the different families, okay, their family background as well as their educational area, okay, whether rural or to that particular it is a city side area is there. And that's why what will happen, such a student, when they admitted to the colleges, okay, and when to approach to the or go through the several steps, there is a need of quality check every step, okay. And that's why if we check the student every time, what will happen, it will bring our student to the proper flow during the education. So next, how this QBD approach it is applicable to this education. So again, the traditional versus a new syllabus. In the old syllabus, the student were admitted. Okay, we know that 2 to 3 times the sessional examinations they are conducted. Okay, and finally they have to do the examination. So students were evaluated yearly 3 to 4 times, not more than that. And after evaluation also, giving the feedback to that particular student, it is not essential to the teacher. But now what happened in the new syllabus, when the student is admitted, so why I have told this new syllabus, it is facilitating to our student every week. Our student is going to be interact with the teacher. Okay, so this teacher, he will know each and everything about the student. So he will, within 1 week, he is carrying out the diagnostic testing of our student. What is diagnostic testing? So after teaching for 1 year, so where it falls exactly? Okay, it is that particular student, is it a slow learner, medium learner, or fast learner, and depending upon, we are providing a facility to that student. So these students, they are get evaluated every class or every week. Okay, next. So what type of activity we are carrying out in the tutorials? So activity-based learning, then assignments, technical debates we are conducting, and online quiz, modest test, class tests, group discussions, and all these activities, they are conducted in presence of the teacher. So at the time of these activities, the teacher, he or she, they will give that particular guidance to the student, what should be the correct way of presenting that particular activity. So then how this new syllabus is more interactive. So the two students, okay, think pair share type of activity is there. Here 2 students, they come into the group and they study some material. So they think and they explain it into the class. So that's why that student retention capacity, knowledge retention capacity, it is going to be increased. Then flipped classroom concept is there. So we are providing the information on video or soft copies in the PDF format, and the student, they will that go through that particular study material at the home, and they, when they come to the college, okay, we will solve any problem related to that, and again we are going to give them a homework. Okay, then screencasting. So in a screencasting, what we are teaching in our class, we are giving the backup of that particular information to the student, either in a soft copy or a hard copy. Then collaborative learning, we are making the small groups of our student, and we are giving, for every group we are giving the particular part of the chapter or topic, okay, and they will prepare in between them, they will discuss first, and we are calling the student from all the group. So similarly, these all the different techniques we have innovatively adopted in our classroom nowadays. So why this QBD approach is very, very important. So when we teach to our student, the level of understanding of each student is different one. So suppose we have studied this concept to the student, what will happen? So this is some particular question we have told them, what is this? So depending upon that, there is a wall, and they will tell us, okay, this is some hot small room is there, and then tank is there. But when at the same time, few students, they will understand from this all imagination that is the railway engine. So the retention capacity of every student is a different one, but we are not handling we are handling in the traditional syllabus, we are handling all students are having the same capacity, but that is not the so. So we have to make the facility to our student, we have to classify them in a particular group, and we have to educate in that particular manner. So this is all about the tutorial. What is the importance of the tutorial? So after completion of B Farm, our student, they think that just the degree is sufficient to get the job. But this is the unrealistic mindset in their mind. Okay, about the salary, timing, and mobility. So they are going to get a very huge package. Then timing, they can go anytime to the particular workplace, and they can come anytime. and mobility, they can leave the job anytime, but that is not the truth. So knowledge obtained from the degree is not sufficient to get job in a corporate world. So that should be get clear to our students. As such, our students, they are performing very, very nice in the college. Okay, they will excellent in the theory as well as practicals. But what happened? I simulate that condition similar to the Arjuna, what it is happened in the Swayamvara and at the Kurukshetra. So Arjuna was the same. Our students, they perform in our college, they are very, very excellently performing, no doubt. But when actually they are going to the particular industry or workplace, they cannot perform because there is the absence of the Lord Krishna or a guru or a professional experts. So whatever the development they have to do or the work culture, they have to do themselves. And that self is very, very important. Again, what workplace require? So we know that when we are marketing our product in the pharmaceuticals, we first know about the market. Okay. Similarly, in the old days, just we are teaching to the student. But what is the requirement of the workplace, industry, or community pharmacy centers, hospital pharmacy? We do not study that particular. Okay. So we must understand what is the requirement of the workplace. So a work attitude in our student, that is very, very important. Our students should have a strong analytical skill, good listener quality, and excellent communication skill. They can play a team role. They should collaboratively work in the workplace, self-motivated, committed, and dedicated. And when they are working in a particular industry, they have to work for their self, and then only there will be the growth of the industry. If industry grows, then there will be the growth of that particular student. So these things that should be inculcated in our student. So ability to learn and unlearn. So when our students, they are working in a team, they should understand to whom we should listen and to whom we should not listen. Because leaders are again of two types. Some are having the constructive thoughts and some are having the destructive thoughts. So the student should have that particular knowledge to whom we should just follow. The basic understanding of the business and its processes. So our students should understand before going to the particular workplace, what is going to be happen, okay, in that particular workplace. So all information, if that is given in our institute, so that will be very, very easy for our student for the smooth transmission or the transformation of our student from our institute into the workplace. So traditionally, what changes we have made in our education in last 4 years? So traditionally, we are working as a pharmaceutical department, pharmaceutical chemistry department, ecology department, cognosy department separately. But now we people, we understand that individually we are one drop. If we can come together, okay, we are an ocean. Nobody is smarter than all of us. And that's why we all teachers, they are working for the benefits of our students. Next, but we teachers, only these teachers, we have completed our B.Pharm in 2000. So we are having that knowledge, but we are not having the knowledge of this time. So for this, I need help, or we need help from the industry people or various that particular workplaces. Okay, so it can be helpful for our student. So as we are stepping one step ahead, I make an appeal through this platform to all the industry persons as well as different pharma cultures to help our pharma colleges so that our student, they can get accommodated in the industry at very high rate. Okay, so that for this purpose, we have to bridge the gap between the industry and academia. So what is exactly this second concept? That is the practice school. So this practice school, it creates a required settings about the experiential and cooperative learning and education by providing our student an opportunity to work on assignment under the guidance of professional experts. Now, when this professional expert, the word comes, it includes the teacher from the other colleges also, as well as the hospital pharmacist, community pharmacist, R&D scientists, along with the formulation development and all work culture scientists. Okay, so they can inculcate the innovative things in our student, so that will be helpful. So why we are implementing this practice tool? Not as given in our syllabus, and that's why we are implementing it, because we have to develop the industry ready pharmacy graduates. We have to inculcate a problem solving capacity and employment skill in our students, to instill the industry attitude, ethics and moral values, and for adopt rapid transformation needs and the challenges of the workplace, and to apply whatever the knowledge they have adopted in first 3 years. Okay, they have to use it in a fourth year. Okay, and to allow the financial significance to the industry as well as to the society, and to provide the platform for the interaction between academics and the industry. Now, why there is a need of this practice school? The concept is very simple. When I hear anything, I forgot. When I see anything, I remember it. And when I do particular thing, I understand the things. So our student, they recognize everything, they remember, they understand the concept, they apply that particular concept, idea, rules or fact, and after application of that concept, they will analyze, okay, and they will evaluate whether the idea is working properly or not. And this will create a new concept. Okay, so that is the need of this practice school, and this is based on the Bloom's taxonomy. Now, how the students, they will get benefited with this practice school? So the student, they will perform whatever the student they have learned in first 3 years. Repetitively, they will carry out the practice. And when they are practicing many times, they will get perfect. So that's why the name is given the practice school. So all round development of the student, it is taking place, and it will help early career selection of the interest. And how the student, they will select the early career, that I am going to show you in the next slide. So here, smooth transition of student from the campus to the workplace, it is taking place, and experience professional working environment that can be developed in our institute. So that will be beneficial for our student. So how the industry, they will get benefited? So here, this industry, they will get the skilled manpower. They will reduce the efforts and expenses in the training the individuals, and this will add a value addition and increase the productivity of that particular industry, and human resource development is also get benefited. Then it can brand that particular employer, as well as this industry can get access to the academia, what exactly they can, it is happening in the academia, and they can guide what quality of the student they are required in the industry, so that our teachers, they are making the difference in the slide education. So how this institute will get benefited with that? So quick adopt the curriculum as per the requirement of the need of the industry. Then continuous faculty development. Okay, now AICTE is also made compulsory to the faculty to have a 1 month training program in the industry. Okay, so if the access of the teacher to the industry, or in industry to the particular academia, it will lead to the continuous development of the faculty, and access of the expert from the industry, hospital and community pharmacy will be there, and that can increase the reach, that research and that consultancy in the institute. Then for this, what actions institute has taken? So industry institute interactions, okay, that are increased, frequent visit to the corporate house, they were increased. Then more internship, workshops, and live projects is become the part of our curriculum. The student should be more involved in the placement. How the placement process it is carried out in the industry. So same, we are carrying out the placement. We are bringing some, or we are inviting some industry peoples to our institute, and we are involving our student in that particular placement process. How the applications are invited and how the interview they are conducted, how CV is prepared, everything we are just carrying out all these processes. So this student, they will get familiar with that particular. So how we have implemented that particular practice school in our college. So this institute, what action they have taken? So when our student, they have given the third year exam, at that time only we have selected the student based on their interest. Okay, so we have analyzed our college first. Okay, what qualification of the teacher we are having, then what facility they are present in my college, and the students, how many students they are present in our third year. So depending upon that, okay, we will provide them the different domains. Then we are designing the syllabus for particular domains, and that domains they are conducted for 6 months, and we are appointing the teacher for that particular domains, and we are preparing the groups of student, okay, in each domain. Okay, 3 to 4 groups we are preparing, and each group should not contain the student more than 5. Then we are taking the best use of the pilot plan, laboratories, and facilities they are available in our institute. We are making the professional experts they are available from the different domains, from the industry and the different workplaces. We are taking the best use of our alumni. So as our institute was established in 1999, okay, so from that, whatever the alumni are there, so they are at higher levels in the different institutes. So as well as the industry experts, we are taking the use of virtual lab. We have developed an incubation center and IPR center in our institute. So when our students, they are working in our institute, okay, or they are studying in our institute, they are just dealing with the pharmaceutical dosage form or processes. But when exactly they go to the workplace, so that is the paradigmic shift between the pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical. So as such, we know that every student is excellent, brilliant, clever, no doubt about that. But that atmosphere, attitude, and action, it can make a big difference. And we know the story of Einstein and his driver. Many times we have listened that story. Okay, so if we provide the environment to the particular student, obviously the student going to be changed, okay, dramatically. So what I meant to say, so from ABCD to Z, I have got this slide yesterday, and I have seen this slide. So they have numbered 1 to 26. It was found that the skill, if they are present in you, it can give you 82% success. Knowledge, it can give you 96% success. Hard work, it can give you 98% success. But your attitude to do that particular work, it can give you 100%. So the work attitude, it means a lot, okay, to get the success. So how we are selecting the different domains? So when you see the syllabus of the final year, last semester, that is 8th semester, elective courses they are provided. And depending upon that elective courses, we will select the domains. Then we will provide the list of domains to our student, and depending upon the student interest, we are provide them the particular domain. Then facility available in the institute premise, we are using that only within the premise only. Okay, next, collaboration with the industry or solely institute. This practice school we are solely this year, due to the pandemic, we are carrying out in our industry. But on the virtual mode, we are taking the benefit of the professionals they are from the different work culture. So this is the syllabus of 8th semester BPharm. And when we see the first two subjects, they are of selective type, they are compulsory, but all remaining, okay, they are elective type, except this last project work. So now, on what basis we can provide to domain our student? Now suppose the student, he is having the interest in the formulation and development. So we will provide the elective subject to them like a cosmetic science and either pharma marketing, because the product is prepared, you have to market it, okay? Or second thing, or cosmetic science along with the regulatory science, pharmaceutical regulatory science. So any two subjects they have to select. If the student have an interest in the pharmacology, suppose for pharmacovigilance or clinical, we are providing the subject like that experimental pharmacology or pharmacovigilance. Okay, if the student is having the interest in particular pharmacognosy type of subjects, so quality control and the standardization of herbals and particular dietary supplement and nutraceutical, or along with that pharma marketing management. So this subject is also very, very suitable for the students, okay, as they are related with the herbals. So last domain, that is computer-aided drug design and that particular advanced instrumental techniques. Okay, when you prepare any product, okay, any drug molecule, there is a need of advanced instrumentation technique for the analysis of that. So we are providing these elective subjects, okay, and depending upon that, we are just do the back engineering. So after giving this elective subject, we are providing them a domain of the practice school. So what is this elective courses exactly? These courses, they have that particular courses they have to select by our student from the curriculum. At least two subjects they have to select. Subject is known as a course in the new syllabus language. So PCI, to achieve the breadth of the knowledge across the discipline as well as the depth of the knowledge in a particular subject area, that is called as the elective course. And this elective course are tend to be very, very specialized and career oriented. So just now I have told you, if the student is having the interest in the formulation and development, so in the third year, before completion of third year, he will go to the training in the industry where there will be the formulation and development department. Okay, if he is having the interest in the instrumental method of analysis, he will go to the QA/QC department. If he is having the interest in the herbals, so he will go to the any industry that will produce the herbal drug. Manufacturing will be there. Okay, if any student he is interested in pharmacology, then he will go to the clinical research organizations, or he will go to the particular pharmacovigilance industry for continuing his particular training program. But due to the pandemic, this year it is not possible, but the progress, it is taken, Rome is not built in a day. We have started it now. Okay, and it will be continued for the future. So elective courses have few students only. So that's why we can concentrate on our students. Okay. So here, when you go to the syllabus, there are three concepts. Number one, industrial training. We have to carry out the industrial training for our students after 6th semester and before 7th semester, either at community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, or industry, not less than 150 hours in a 4 week. Then practice school, in the 7th semester, we are carrying out in our institute. Okay, and along with that, it should be not less than 150 hours during the 7th semester. Then project work. Project work also carried out in 8th semester in an institute or a hospital or in an industry. Okay, and duration is again not less than 150 hours. Okay, so this practice school and this project work, there is a huge difference. Okay, in the old days, project work means making this assignment and just submitting to the department, that's all. But it is not like so. So it should be useful for the students when they will go to the industry. So in a practice school, those students, they have get suppose a particular pharmacology type of a practice school, so they will conduct the project based on the pharmacology. Those students, they are having the interest in the formulation and development, so they will carry out the project only in a formulation and development. So this specificity should be there. Then in a practice school, continuous assessment is there. And why continuous assessment? Because interaction should be increased. And second thing, this practice school is carried out in the institute compulsory. Okay, because the 3 or 4 subjects are their theory subject, and they are continuously carried out in the institute or conducted in the institute. That's why the teacher as well as the student contact should be there. But project work, compulsory, it is not carried out or conducted in the institute. Why? Because this project work, it can be carried out outside at the various workplaces. Okay, and that's why there is no continuous mode type of marks. So the report of this particular practice school as well as project work, the student has to submit, and evaluation process is also different. Practice school is a non-university type of subject, and project work, it is the university type of subject. So this is the major difference between the practice school concept and project work concept. Then industrial training, just now I have told you that after completion of the 3rd year, immediately the student of the different domains, they are selected, and training and placement cell of the institute, they will provide the facility to our student for particular workplaces to complete the particular training work. So after 6th sem and before commencement of the 7th sem, they will continue that particular work, and the student, they have to submit the satisfactory report, okay, with the sign of that particular organization head to the head of institute. So for carrying out this particular concept in our institute, what readiness we have done? We have utilized all the resources. We have make available new resources. The peoples from the different area we have called to our institute, because in this pandemic, okay, everyone is available on online mode. So we can get the experience of huge number of peoples. Then develop a center of excellence in our institute. We promote the faculty on the domain areas. Then we develop the capability of the institute, and we can collaborate with the research institute and the industries. So for the effective implementation of this particular practice school, we have improved the infrastructural facilities, start the effective placement cell, career guidance cell, active alumni and institute collaboration, industry institute collaboration. We have signed several MOUs with the consultancies and the industry, and we have that established the incubation center and IPR center in our institute. So while we are conducting all this continuous assessment process, we are analyzing our student, we are giving them feedback. Again, we are checking its result, whether we are checking the improvement is taking place in our student or not. And after that, if the performance of the student is improved, okay, and finally we will tell them so to submit the particular report. So in this way, every time we are checking the quality of the student, and that's why the title is given. Why? It is called as the QBD approach. So in this way, we are carrying out the particular practice school examination of the student. They will submit the report, they have to present the seminar, and they have to give the viva in front of 3 examiners. And it is practice school is for 150 mark, and it can be early option for the career selection. It can provide. So this will be my last slide. So conclusions. The new syllabus, it promotes the intellectual exchange between academia and industry. Tutorial, they can increase the fruitful interaction between teachers and the students. It can stimulate the real environment, work environment in the institute. It involves the task orientation, teamwork, goal orientation, managing the interpersonal relationship, then elective and allow the students as a means of early career selection. As our student, they are selecting their career in the 3rd year only. it facilitates the smooth transition of our students from institute to the workplace, and it will be benefited for the students, then teachers, then to the institute, then to the workplace, and finally to the society. That's all from my presentation. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yes. It was an informative session delivered by you, sir. Let me tell you, we have Dr. Arun Kumar, Associate President of India, present with us. And we have welcome Arun Kumar, sir, on behalf of Lpc-48 interactive session on academics. Dr. Suresh, you have across the every information related to the new syllabus which is being implemented. Implementation is there. What is more important is the execution, because whatever perspective and whatever goals has
Yes.
across for that development of a student is thorough development, and to all aspects the development to the market, that is, and this continuous assessment kind of thing is actually the sincerity of into the classes. My question to you is that how index cards are used in class?
Yes, sir.
Index cards are used in classes?
Yes, yes. I'm engaging regularly classes, and we are carrying out these activities in day-to-day classes.
Okay. And how does it help in evaluating or understanding the understanding of our students?
Yes, sir. Your voice is not audible.
When we are doing this kind of tools for evaluating the students' awareness, how does it help?
Yes, sir. Every time, as we are in a contact with our students, we can approachable for our student. In the old days, what will happen? The difference between the teacher and the student. Okay, the student, they just frightened to our teacher, just approach to our particular teachers. They respect much more. Okay, but nowadays, as the teacher is going to the student, so in Hindi, very simply, I can say, if you have to drink, मुझे पानी पीना है, तो अपने को कुएं के पास जाना पड़ता। अभी खुद कुआं पैसे के पास आ रहा है। So that's why that difference it is get reduced.
Okay.
Okay, and that's why the student, their problems we can easily solve.
Okay, and this continuous assessment can really help us in retention of students.
Yes, yes, sir, surely, because in the continuous assessment we are giving the feedback to them. What is the problem in our teaching also we will understand, and what is the problem in the understanding of the student they will also understand. So we can say that clap, it is not just takes place with the one side. Okay, so as we are responsible in the teaching, similarly students are also responsible. So it is the type of a healthy relation or active type of a teaching and learning mechanism. So that's why obviously it is very, very helpful.
It is being rightly said, a process. Not only teachers keen in delivering content, but at the same time, students should be in the position of receiving it. And this
that's why our AICT also and PCI, they have replaced the name lecturer from assistant professor or associate. Lecturer means just you have to deliver. Whether another person is retaining the things or not, that is don't matter. Okay, but what happened nowadays? They have replaced that terminology. In the old days, again, when you go, there is a reader term is there. That was also reduced. You can see it was not there nowadays.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay, Dr. Atish, even Dr. Sudke, I must point out here with your presentation. I personally like the example of Arjuna. and his situation while implementation of his concept in the field. Okay, that is a very good example what he revealed to just explain the concept. Okay, and what the institute must arrange for the student to make them industry ready. That is also nicely explained by Dr. Sudke. That what I feel which is to be revealed here.
And even we should actually appreciate taken up by PCI for an opportunity to students for choosing the topic of their interest or subject of their interest to which we call it as elective subjects, and has been correctly mentioned by Dr. Suresh that how students can opt for particular subject and choose the another one which will go hand in hand in improving their skill or improving their knowledge and background to that.
Yes.
It was really a knowledge Suresh, and we are really happy and pleased to have you on Lpc-48 platform, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me an opportunity to present my skills and knowledge over here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Keep associating with us in near future as well. We have third speaker, who is one of my students, Dr. Prashant Pingle, who is acting as Associate Professor in Pharmaceutics at Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi College of Pharmacy, Nashik. And to introduce Dr. Pingle, I request Dr. Shashikant Bagade. Over to you, Bagade, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Atish. So, for this 40th chance of this live pharma coalition, we have with us Dr. Prashant Pingle. He is Diploma in Pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, Master of Pharmacy, and PhD in Pharmaceutical field. Presently, he is working as Associate Professor in Gokhale Education Societies, Sir D.M. Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nashik, affiliated to Savitribai Phule, Pune University. With his educational background, he pursued his Diploma in Pharmacy from Government Polytechnic Jalgaon in the year 2002. He secured his Bachelor of Pharmacy in the year 2004 from R.C. Patel College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research from North Maharashtra University. He completed his master's degree in Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance from Annamala University in the year 2007, and his PhD in Pharmaceutical Sciences at the most prestigious research institute, NMIMS, deemed to be University Mumbai, in the year 2014. With his academic experience, he worked as assistant professor in pharmaceutics, quality assurance at School of Pharmacy and Technology Management, NMIMS University, from 2007 to the year 2014. During his research career, he published research papers in Journal of International Repute. He received travel grant from Government of India for the participation in international conferences held at Vietnam in the year 2013, South Africa in the year 2015, Japan in the year 2017, and Spain in the year 2018. Involved in writing around 5 books. Few books have been published right now. Out of that, he is also editing one international book in the field of bioenhancer. He has guided around 43 MPharm students and currently guiding several PhD students from Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Pune. Today, for this 48 LPC Live Pharma Coalition, we will be discussing about herbal bioenhancer. I request Dr. Prashant to take charge of this session.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shashikant.
Dr. Atish, can you mute your mic?
Thank you, Dr. Shashikant and Dr. Atish sir, for giving me an opportunity to have words with young pharma professionals. I am thankful to Raman sir also for giving me an opportunity to have words with budding pharmacists. Today I am going to talk on bioenhancers. In fact, they are from herbal origins. They are from natural origins. So these are the contents of my presentation. It may include what are the bioenhancers, what are the importance of bioenhancers, what is the history of bioenhancers, and it's proud to say bioenhancer, the term was coined from India only. How bioenhancers act, what is the correlation of bioenhancers with the bioavailability? This is most used terminology as far as pharmacist is concerned. What is the mechanism of action of bioenhancers? What are the examples of bioenhancers from plant origin or from animal origin that I will be focusing on, and whether the bioenhancers are useful with the drugs or nutraceuticals. These are the things which I'm going to discuss in next 20 minutes. What are the bioenhancers? These are the agents or the components of herbal origin or any phytomolecule capable of improving bioavailability and bioefficacy of a particular drug or nutrient with which they are given in combination. But most important aspect is that bioenhancers will not alter or will not change the pharmacological activity of the drug or nutraceutical along with it is used. This is the most what we call as important parameter considered while selecting the bioenhancers along with the drugs in any treatment. These are the things which are taken into consideration while selecting the bioenhancers. So first is bioenhancers will reduce the drug dose or drug dosage. There are some potent drugs or there are some chronic diseases where the drugs are used. I'm going to focus on few drugs in next slides where the drug dose is been reduced after use of these bioenhancers. Bioenhancers will reduce the cost of drugs. If the drug dose will be reduced, the cost will be ultimately reduced with the help of bioenhancers. Bioenhancers may reduce incidence of drug resistance. This is the most serious drawback associated with the drugs nowadays. And they reduce the risk of adverse drug reaction or side effects. And last and most important, bioenhancers will increase the efficacy of the drug or by altering or by increasing the bioavailability of the drug. So these are the purposes why the bioenhancers are used in the drug treatment. What are the importance of bioenhancers? Due to an increased bioavailability, the dose and the cost of active component may be reduced with the use of bioenhancer. Bioenhancer may drastically reduce the cost of formulations. Whatever formulation were you supposed to use with the help of bioenhancer, it is maybe safer one, it may be better tolerated and having better efficacy, better compliance. This is the most important aspect taken into consideration, with lesser risk of developing drug resistance, especially in case of antibiotics. There are several antibiotics along with the bioenhancers are used, and the study shows very good what we call as results, as it benefits the dose economy, means the cost of the dose will be reduced, particularly great value to the poor ill diseased segment of the society. For example, by reducing the required dose of expensive toxic rifampicin by 60%, it correspondingly reduces the cost and side effect of rifampicin while treating the dreaded disease called as tuberculosis. This is the first choice of drug to be used in tuberculosis called as rifampicin. And this is the first drug for which the bioenhancers are used in combination. The name of the bioenhancer is piperine, obtained from black pepper, that is Piper nigrum. This is the source of this particular biological source of this particular bioenhancer. As I already mentioned in the content of this particular presentation, bioenhancer is the term coined in India. This is the proud aspect for we people. And this term was coined in 1979. This is just 40 years old terminology, which was termed at Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, that is Jammu Kashmir. It was formerly known as Regional Research Laboratory, Jammu, by the most reputed scientist who worked as director of RRL Jammu also. It was Dr. C.K. Atal. This institute discovered and scientifically validated piperine as the world's first bioenhancer using spartin, and vaccine, which became the world's first experimentally bioenhanced drugs along with the piperine. So the team was led by Dr. Atal, and he initiated the bioenhanced anti-tubercular drug research project using rifampicin. This was the first drug in the world along with the bioenhancers are used. Not only this, but this bioenhancers was reduced, and bioenhancers reduced the drug dose as well as the cost of the drugs. And by considering all these things, DCGI approved the formulation officially released by Government of India at Anusandhan Bhavan, New Delhi on 24th of March 2011. 24th of March is celebrated as World's Tuberculosis Day every year, and also presented to Mr. Bill Gates, chairman of Microsoft, on the same day at the same function at Le Méridien Hotel in Delhi. So this is the history of bioenhancer. How these bioenhancers will act. Very, very important bioenhancers are noted here. Piper nigrum, Piper longum. Myself already studied on Piper nigrum and Piper longum. These are the two bioenhancers from which piperine is the active component, which is derived as a hydroalcoholic extract of the Piper nigrum and Piper longum. And there is a comparative study. There are several papers published on my name only. The second bioenhancer is curcumin, that is obtained from Curcuma longa, that is called as turmeric. This is the very old bioenhancer, in fact, used by our grandfathers and great-grandfathers and grandmothers also. So these are the two bioenhancers. They reduces the dose, reduces the toxicity, and not only this, but they are economical. How they useful in the body? By inhibiting the cytochrome P450 inhibition. Okay, so this is the first mechanism, and second is inhibition of P-glycoprotein. This is the second most important mechanism how these bioenhancers will be useful in various drug treatment. Again, I'm not going to go in detail about this. So how this bioavailability will be affected? First thing, what is the bioavailability? Bioavailability is nothing but bioenhancing ability of the drug or availability of the drug at a specific site after administration. So this is defined as a substance at a lower dosage level, which in combination with a drug or nutrient provides more availability of the drug by reducing the consumption of the drug or nutrient, resulting in enhanced efficacy of the drug. So these are the four ways how these bioenhancers will correlated with the bioavailability. These bioenhancers will be useful for poorly bioavailable drug or poorly available drug, as and when we are going to combine these bioenhancers with the drugs which shows poor availability, the bioavailability will be increased. Second is long period of administration will be reduced to shorter period of administration after the use of bioenhancers. There are several papers published on this. If the drug treatment is for 2 years, 2.5 years, it has been reduced up to 1 year or 6 months in some cases also. Toxicity. The toxicity of the drug will be reduced by the use of bioenhancers in combination with the drugs. And most important, drug cost is being reduced. If the drug is expensive, the expenses will be lessened by the use of these particular bioenhancers. These are some bioenhancers obtained from plant origin. Black pepper. There are 3 types of pepper, in fact. It is Piper longum, Piper nigrum, and Piper album. These are the 3 types of peppers. And there is a comparative study of all these 3 peppers for the presence of piperine and how this piperine will be effective as a bioenhancer, herbal bioenhancer in various drugs treatment. Second is turmeric. The bioenhancer obtained from turmeric is curcumin and piperine. These are the 2 bioenhancers obtained from turmeric. The third is most important fruits which we are supposed to use every day, and apple keeps your doctor away. So peels of the apples and grapes contain quercetin, and this quercetin is also considered as one of the potent bioenhancer in some of the studies. Next is ginger. Gingerol, that is Gingiber officinalis. This is the biological source of ginger, and gingerol is the active component responsible to show its biological or bioenhancement activity. Garlic, that is allicin, is the active component. There are several research papers in several laboratories published in very good reputed journals. This allicin, as and when it is used in combination with the antifungal agents, it will increase the fungicidal activity of that particular agent. And carom curvi, that is called as shahajire in local language, it also contains bioenhancer that will be helpful to increase the bioavailability of the drug. Not only the bioenhancers are obtained from plant origin, but the bioenhancers obtained from cow urine are most significant as compared to the plant bioenhancers. So cow urine distillate, this will enhance the transport of antibiotics like rifampicin across the gut, and it will increase the effectiveness of the antibiotic or anti-tubercular agent called as rifampicin. So this is the bioenhancer obtained from animal origin. So the main question raised in mind, whether the bioenhancers are given in combination with drugs. Yes, absolutely. The answer is yes. There are several papers published on this. Bioenhancers may be given in combination with antimicrobial agents. Examples: rifampicin, isoniazid. These are the two first-line anti-tubercular agents. And it's a matter of pride. These are the first drugs along with the bioenhancers are used in combination, and Cadila is the pharmaceutical industry who worked first time in the world, and they showed significant result on the effect of rifampicin and isoniazid as and when it is used in combination with the bioenhancer called as piperine obtained from black pepper. Tetracycline, norfloxacin and ciprofloxacin, these are the three antibiotics used when in combination with the bioenhancer shows better effect than that of the alone drug. Analgesics, diclofenac sodium, pentazocine and nimesulide, these are the analgesics used in combination with the bioenhancer shows better result than that of the drug alone. Anti-epileptic, these are the three most commonly used anti-epileptic drugs: carbamazepine, phenytoin and pentobarbital. These are the three most commonly used anti-epileptic drugs. As and when they used in combination with bioenhancer show significant increase in the bioavailability in blood. Other drugs, these are some anti-hypertensive drugs, propranolol and atenolol. These are the drugs. There are several research papers where the drugs concentration has been increased when used along with the bioenhancers. So whether the bioenhancers are used with nutraceuticals? Yes, absolutely yes. These are the nutraceuticals where the bioenhancers will be used in combination shows better result than that of the alone nutraceuticals. Water soluble vitamins, vitamin B1, B2, niacinamide, B6, B12, folic acid and vitamin C. These are the vitamins. When used in combination with bioenhancers, they showed better result as compared to the vitamins alone. Not only along with the water soluble vitamins, bioenhancers may be used in combination with fat soluble vitamins. The solubility doesn't matter for bioenhancers. Vitamin A, beta carotene, that is provitamin, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K, A, D, E, K. These are the four fat soluble vitamins. And these four fat soluble vitamins shows their significant effect as and when used in combination with bioenhancers. Not only vitamins, but amino acids are considered as most important nutraceuticals. Lysine, isoleucine, leucine, all these amino acids as and when used in combination with bioenhancer, they showed better result. Minerals, iodine, calcium, zinc, iron, copper, selenium, magnesium, potassium, and manganese. These are the minerals showed their good effect as and when used in combination with bioenhancers. Not only these nutraceuticals, but there are several herbal compounds. When they used along with the bioenhancers obtained from herbal origin or from animal origin, they showed better result, including boswellic acid from Boswellia serrata, Ginensoid from Ginkgo biloba, then Vidania somnifera, Curcuma longa, and Pinus pinaster. That is, these are some herbal compounds, as and when used in combination with bioenhancers, they showed better result as compared to the drug alone. So my sincere appeal to use these drugs, that is called as Piper nigrum, Piper longum, that is black pepper or white pepper, then carom curvi, gingiber officinalis, that is called as ginger, in daily routine. So there will be increase in the effect of drugs, and moreover, these are used from ancient era. So this is take home message from my side. That is, if you change nothing, nothing will change. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. It was very short presentation, in fact. Thank you very much. The session is open for discussion, please.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Prashant, for such a nice presentation. So here, with his presentation, Dr. Prashant has mentioned various aspects of bioenhancer, especially the herbal bioenhancers, and he revealed the history of bioenhancer to make the good bioavailability. As such, I remind one of the example that in a traditional, what we say in our traditional philosophy, there is one saying that je khata te pya and je pita te kha, that will actually enhance the bioavailability of your food, that is nutraceutical. And what he revealed, the examples of curcumin and piperine, we are using these drugs right from say more than 1,000 years. Okay, so only the thing which is required is to reveal at the scientific level and to express this traditional knowledge in a scientific way. And one of the segment what is discussed today is a bioenhancer, which is related to the nutraceutical, which is related to our health and wellness, related to our total medicines what we are taking. Also, during his talk, he discussed about scientific and traditional use of piperine, curcumin, along with various drugs, and also the combination of bioenhancers and various drugs, and how the studies are reported, how the studies are going on in the field of this bioenhancer. He also revealed the herbal and animal bioenhancer, that is use of ginger, use of gingerol, use of quercetin, because the quercetin is most useful kind of a bioenhancer because it is available in most of the plants, and many studies has been covered on this quercetins. Till we know the natural source, the origin of this quercetin, and we are using it from the traditions. That is our good asset, if you say the cultural heritage or food quality of Indian continent. Okay. To continue with this, as a part of questionnaire, I have some questions here, Dr. Prashant.
Yes, sir.
My question is, are these bioenhancer used along with drugs? And is there is any exhaustive study which is available in the literature?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In fact, bioenhancers are used along with various drugs, and exhaustive study has been conducted in RRL Jammu by one of the well-known scientist. I think he's one of the well-known researcher. He filed around 16 US patents on that particular study. He worked almost on 50 to 55 drugs when I was pursuing my PhD in 2009-10. His name is Dr. Kazi, and along with he was the team member of Dr. C.K. Atal. I think he completed his PhD under the guidance of C.K. Atal sir only, and he published almost 16 US patents, and all 16 US patents are granted. He worked on piperine along with the combination of almost 16 to 17 categories of drugs, including antibiotics, anti-leprotic, anti-tubercular, anti-cancer, almost 16 to 17 categories of drugs.
Good. And thank you for such a good information. The second question, which is a very common question, which is there in the discussion box. can we comment on cow urine as a bioenhancer? Because when you talk about cow urine, most of the people are not agreeing with this discussion. Most of the people even not agreeing with the use of cow urine. But we know it is having potential. Our forefathers are using that cow urine as a what we say, as a tool for wellness. Even cow urine could be incorporated into various Ayurvedic preparation as a vehicle. Okay. Can you throw light on this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, basically, what is in my mind, we have general concept at our home also, ki, the milk of desi cow is better for small children, but nowadays concept has been changed. The cost of desi cow milk is 40-50 rupees per liter, but there are some good varieties of the cows called as Thar Parker and then Gir cow. Then all these cows, the cost of the milk of these cows is 100 rupees per liter.
Yes, yes, it is there.
I have gone through one search on Google whether the cow urine crystals or cow urine distillates obtained from the urine of these various cows, including Gir cow, Thar Parker, then there is one variety, Red Sindhi cow, then Haryana cow, Kankrech cow, then Deuril cow. These are some varieties of the cows, Rathi cows, all these cows. If we obtain a cow urine from these varieties of cows, and if we study comparative effect of these cow urine distillates on bioavailability enhancement of various drugs, along with the desi cow urine distillate, that will be better study. So, what is my intention? If we compare the cow urine distillates of all these cow urines with each other, that will be better study. I think so. So, this is the answer of this question.
Okay, one thing I would like to add here, this cow urine, as you reveal here, this cow urine is also having the potential. Around 7 liters of cow urine can, if you extract it out, the 7 liters of cow urine contains 10 milligram of gold.
Gold, yes, yes, yes.
That is reported.
Yes, sir.
Also, we know there are trace elements which are essential for our body, and gold is one of that element. And we know the toddler age, when the fetus is there, after the delivery, within 5 days or after the birth, within 1 month, there is a old tradition that the gold particles are actually given as in terms of a dosage form which is known as gutti, Suvarna gutti. And right now there is one trend, that is Suvarna Prashan, which is also there. So if all such benefits are incorporated in a single thing, that is cow urine, then it would be a very good kind of formulation, what we say. And right now the cow urine distillate is also having various effects like anti-diabetic effect, then anti-obesity effect, even bioenhancer effect, then immunomodulatory effect. All such effects are reported. So our traditional scientists actually identified such a powerful medicine that will be available, that will be treating most of the disorders. Some disorders are life-threatening. Even one small thing I would like to add here, as you mentioned various types of cows here, that the cow's milk is the only remedy for liver cirrhosis, and that too with the desi cow. Okay, and there is no as such replacement. Even I have experienced one thing. The person is having liver cirrhosis, and one of the Ayurvedic specialists, he has given that cow's milk to that person for 1 month, no water and no food, and he survived. Actually, he has been rejected. The patient has been rejected by the reputed hospital from Mumbai, and he is chronic alcoholic, and that's why it caused him this liver cirrhosis. Even NASH is also there, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, and that is also having only solution is cow's milk, and that too from the desi cow. So this thing, we are actually having this in our tradition, but the platform like Live Pharma Coalition and the presenter like you, the researcher like you, is actually revealing this thing, that is a good thing. And that is what we say, golden chance for us.
I am very happy to share. I think Raman sir, Shashikant sir, and Atish sir, all three are UDPS student, and one of the our senior pharmacist, in fact, our teacher's teacher, Dr. Derle sir, worked on cow urine.
Dr. Dorle.
Yes,
I am his student.
Yes,
I
sir.
did
Yes,
my
sir.
PhD under him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think
On
he's
now in the Nagpur, Dr. Prashant.
He's the first person only.
Yes,
I think
yes,
so.
yes. And now in the Nagpur, Go Vigyan Anusandhan Kendra is there, and he is propagating and totally publicizing this research on cow urine, cow ghee, and similar kind of research segments.
Formulations.
Yes,
He
yes,
had
yes.
work and research carried out to Panchagavya formulation.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it was really pleasure for us to have Prashant, who has opened up a region. The way it's gold, you have opened up the Ajiz Batwa in front of all.
Yes, and thanks to Live Pharma Coalition platform.
Yes,
yes.
Absolutely.
And this platform make it possible.
Raman, who is the brain behind starting up with this LPC, and we were very fortunate to be associated since LPC 1 and to complete our golden jubilee.
Yes. Raman sir, I would like to declare one thing voluntarily. If you want any help, if no one is there, I am ready to help you for this LPC anytime.
Yes. Actually, fourth Sunday of every month is being dedicated to academics, and we will be LPC different level in academics. We can reach to many more speakers from academics to ensure that our viewers and students from different colleges will be benefited from different stalwarts of academics.
Yes.
Answer.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Prashant, for such a nice presentation, a nice discussion on bioenhancers. Now over to Mr. Raman. We are
Thank
at
you
the
so much.
now.
We'll go on to the last part now, the parting message from each speaker, followed by the word of thanks. So I will go to the first, Dr. Dinesh Biani sir. Your take-home message as well as the one short line message to all our audience.
So, live moment by moment and be present to life. Not going into the dualism, what is good and what is bad, what is true and what is false, what is right and what is wrong. Just be present to life without dualism. If you are present, there is no dualism. Thank you.
That's why it is called as present.
Yeah. Second speaker, Dr. Suresh Surti sir. You can unmute and your parting message.
So, thank you, sir. From this platform, I have just want to just tell all the participants over that be good, do good, and feel good. Okay, there is a big achievement to be a good teacher, because the future of this nation will be built in a classroom, and teachers are the destiny makers. So we have to be strong enough to propagate our knowledge to our students, so that our society will be get benefited and our nation will be getting benefited. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, sir. Last, Prashant.
Yes, sir. Sir, there is one take-home message from my side to all my budding pharmacists. Prepare good, deliver better, and expect best from everything. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, so lastly, we'll go on to the LPC or the live viewers. We had 25 to 30 live viewers on both the channel LPC Facebook page as well as the YouTube channel. When it comes to the Facebook page, LPC Facebook page, last 3 sessions, LPC 45 leadership, it has reached to by 6.2 thousand people and engaged 907. LPC 46 is the 3.3 thousand and people engagement is the 489. When it comes to last LPC 47, that is young leadership, it has reached to the 7,000 and the 400 people engaged 934. Now coming to this session has reached to close to 600 people till time, and let's say in the week time it will cross the 2,000 or 3,000 or more than that.
Yes, yes,
Thank you
surely.
so much to all the three speakers, those who has been like the talk onto diverse different topics. Dinesh sir well covered onto self-awareness. HG Sudhakar sir has been covered onto new PCA syllabus and the QBD approach in the pharmacy educations, and well covered by the Prashant as a role of the herbal bio enhancer in the drug delivery system. Thank you so much to all our three eminent speaker, as well as our both the young, dynamic, and newly joined executive member for the LPC, Dr. Atish Mudra, as well as the Shashikant Bagade. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank
you,
you.
Mr.
Thank you
Raman.
very much.
Thank you all.
Thank
See
you.
you soon.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.